Good Saturday evening, everybody. Welcome back to another video. And tonight, I only got one video for you guys, so this is going to be a very quick dual review on Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla Kong, the New Empire. So, I did myself a service and I did a double feature of these titans fighting each other. So, let's talk about Godzilla vs. Kong. This movie came out at a very interesting time because it came out right in the middle of COVID. And since it was a Warner Brothers release, it streamed on HBO Max as well as playing in theaters on the same day. One of the very few movies that I actually saw in theaters. So, let's talk about it. So, Godzilla vs. Kong is the fourth entry in the MonsterVerse that started with Godzilla in 2014, then went to Kong Skull Island, Godzilla King of the Monsters, Godzilla vs. Kong, and now Godzilla Kong, the New Empire. So that's the order for that. But Godzilla vs. Kong essentially brings Godzilla and King Kong together once and for all. And this movie pretty much focuses more on King Kong than Godzilla because they treat Kong as a good creature and Godzilla just like snaps and starts destroying all major cities. And now it's up to King Kong to stop him before Godzilla takes out the world. And that's essentially the entire movie. But the least thing that I really care about these movies are the human characters. They're nothing special. They're just there to like dump exposition. And I really couldn't even like remember who was even in these movies until I did my rewatch. But I did like Alexander Skarsgård as the main expedition leader into Hollow Earth, which is King Kong's stomping grounds. And they get transported in there to find more family for Kong. So, essentially, Hollow Earth is now Kong's new home. But when Godzilla gets loose, it's up to Kong to save the world. And these fights are really, really fun. They're what makes the movie, but I just don't care for the human characters. I think that's the only attribution that I do not like with these movies, because the humans are kind of just throwaway and you just don't care about them. You're there for Godzilla versus Kong. And you do get that, but you also get Godzilla and Kong teaming up to take out Mecha Godzilla, which was really, really dope to see. Because Mecha Godzilla is a robot version of Godzilla that's even more powerful. And they take their final battle to Hong Kong. And I think that's the best part of this entire movie. So the fight scenes are what make the movie, but the humans can just be side characters for all I care. But I really did enjoy Godzilla versus Kong, having it be, having it been my second time seeing it. It's just fine, but I like the creature battles the best. So, my grade overall for Godzilla versus Kong, I would give this like a B minus. It's still a very enjoyable watch, but get rid of the humans. So, moving right along to the movie that I saw yesterday, Godzilla Kong, The New Empire, or Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire, whatever you want to call it. And this movie is bigger and more fleshed out, but it has the same issues on pacing, because the first hour of both of these movies are kind of boring, because it's all like exposition dump by the humans. You do get that in The New Empire, but the villain in here is an orangutan hybrid creature by the name of the Scar King. And he controls this ice dragon by pain. So the Scar King has like this bandolier, and it has like this crystal that just controls this ice dragon. It's a really cool team up. But Godzilla is not in this movie that much. This is mostly Kong. And I kind of like that aspect a little bit more. But Godzilla just gets controlled to like destroy the world again, and he finds radiation and it makes him pink and stronger. So his atomic breath is now pink. And the only way to stop the Scar King is for a kaiju team up of Godzilla and Kong, and even Mothra, which Mothra is the queen of all monsters, and that's a pretty cool design. So this movie is pretty much Godzilla versus Kong, but you also have the introduction of the Iwi tribe, which is a lost civilization that had one lone survivor, which is the human adoptive daughter of Rebecca Hall, and she becomes the Iwi's savior, and she controls Godzilla and Kong telepathically. I know it sounds very far-fetched, but this is a monster movie. It's supposed to be far-fetched. But like I said, I do have similar issues with this and Godzilla vs. Kong, and it's the human characters. but the monster battles are what sells tickets. But this is still a pretty fun time, and I think it's got a more memorable climax because it's a Kong and Godzilla team up, which is really, really cool. So, overall, I would give Godzilla Kong the New Empire. I would also give this a B minus. So it's essentially the same film, but with a new villain. So those are my thoughts on Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla Kong, the New Empire. Hope you guys enjoyed, and coming up in the next couple days or so, I'm going to have my March book wrap up and the movies I watched in March. So I'm going to get out some videos tomorrow for you guys and finish up March and April. I don't know. But that's all I got for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Happy Easter. Bye.